Smoke Shop Review.
Alrighty. Hey now. We're back, you bitches.
What's up, you filthy degenerates?
It's Dan the Man, here with Mike Bearski, and a new addition, Joe.
What's up, everybody?
Joe's our buddy that works at the other store, I Smoke Shop in Union, across from Union Plaza Diner. He's come to join us today to talk some shit for a good half hour like we always usually do.
I have.
Yeah. So, what's going on in everybody's life?
Not too tremendously much. Sorry to cut in there. But I am about to actually zip over to the I Smoke location after this podcast in order to finalize the repairs on Christian's guitar.
Oh, nice. Good shit.
Working on a guitar over there?
Yeah, it was like, it seemed like it had been glued before. It was unseated at the neck, which is a pretty easy fix. I just needed a big clamp, so I had to go get a big clamp.
Nice.
Yeah.
So now pretty much all I gotta do when I get there is take the clamp off and tighten the strings and see if it holds.
Oh, shit.
I believe it will. Get a new pack of strings sometime soon.
Yeah, I used to fuck around with guitars like back in the day, and then I stopped because I realized I have stupid short fingers.
Dude, I knew a kid who inspired me to become a much better guitarist who was like half my height and his fingers were like half my length and stuff. I got big fingers, but
I have
he
fat
was
fingers.
the
I don't
best.
have
He
long
was like
fingers.
a virtuoso, dude. It didn't matter how short his fingers were, he found the note.
Yeah.
You're just the best guitarist I've ever personally met. Total asshole, but best guitarist I've ever met.
I've personally been a drummer my whole life. I bang things,
That's good because I know
and I
drum.
bang them very well.
I'm bad at drumming.
So, I mean, tap tap, motherfucker.
I tap a tap.
Tap tap taparoo.
I tap a to
Play
drums.
drums on my computer, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
We got like a band going here. We got like
You know, I've been thinking that for the longest time because I'm like, Chris has got this keyboard now. Mike
Yeah.
makes beats. Mike makes music of all different fucking kinds.
I saw Chris
has
in
his
here with that
titty
guitar.
keyboard.
The keyboard, yeah, dude. And yeah, he had
That
his
shit's
acoustic
amazing.
in here.
The acoustic is actually the one I just fixed. It's a nylon string. I don't have a nylon string. That's why I liked playing it, but I was like, oh no, the neck. But he's got that titty keyboard, the keyboard that feels like boobs.
Titty keyboard.
Yeah, it
I've
feels
never
like
played
it's so soft. It's like boob soft.
It's one of the best inventions
It
I've ever
really
seen.
is. It's like
It's
pressing.
crazy.
It's like pressing down on boobs.
It is, and it's
I
like
want him to bring it in
they have
here.
function too. They make it that way so you can do all kinds of.
I want him to
cool
come in on
bitch
a
things.
podcast and just fuck around with it in the middle of
Oh,
the
yeah.
podcast.
Yeah. No, I told
Awesome.
him if he wants to stay late one day, I'll bring my shit down. We could jam. But
We should have a jam on the podcast one day.
That'd be
live
cool.
jams.
I have a voice, so I can do that.
There you go. Sick.
No, my little instrument I have makes it really easy to do anything.
What is it?
It's Ableton Push, so it just has a bunch of buttons.
Oh.
You can make it as hard or as easy as you want. Like, you could put it in different modes, so you hold this button and it plays a whole guitar riff, or it could play one note, or it could play a whole song, so
Well, that sounds fun.
yeah,
That's pretty cool.
it's for all levels.
I am strictly analog. In fact,
Yeah.
I don't even really like playing piano. Because technically you're hitting strings, but it's not like my fingers hitting strings.
Complete side note. This is a brain fart, but not really a brain fart. But, like, I just remembered it. Do you know what was just announced today? Speaking of Marvel, because we were talking about Marvel before.
What's that?
Dude, Marvel Studios has contacted Jay Chandrasekhar, the guy from Broken Lizard who directed, fucking Super Troopers and Beer Fest and everything like that. The Indian one. They want him to possibly direct a Marvel movie.
Did they say which one?
I have no idea what it could possibly
Deadpool
be.
feel, really.
I so am I, which is like making me flip the fuck out because I'm like, dude, if they could get Jay Chandrasekhar to work for a Deadpool movie in the Marvel universe, oh, my nuts are gonna explode. Like, we're talking Infinity War nuts are gonna explode. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Word.
Dude, because I thought that Thor Ragnarok was fucking laugh out loud funny.
You know
at
that's
times.
on Netflix now?
Really?
Yeah, it's on
Is
Netflix
it?
right now. Yeah,
I'll check it out then.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen any of these
it's
movies.
so fucking funny.
But like
dude.
that, to my knowledge, that wasn't directed by like a funny director. That was just
Taika
Marvel.
Waititi, I think his name is.
Yeah. Like
He-
imagine giving Deadpool like a notably funny director.
Oh, dude. Like, this guy is so fucking funny. You know who Taika Waititi is?
Nope.
Have you ever seen that horrible Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds?
Nope.
I didn't see the whole thing.
So you know where he?
Deadpool, right?
Yeah. So you know, all right. You've never seen the movie, but have you ever seen the scene where he puts the suit on for the first time in front of his friend in the apartment, and the friend goes, "Whoa!" and all of a sudden he's just like, "Yeah, right."
No, I don't know.
That's Taika Waititi. That's him. So he played the friend in fucking Green Lantern.
That's pretty funny.
But
yeah, I don't know. I feel like that type of scene was best used, and they did use it in the newer Spider-Man movie. I liked the movie. It was just, for me, growing up watching the Spider-Man TV show, I know he was supposed to be like late teens, but I always saw him as an adult because he was older than me, because I was a child.
16 years old.
So like looking at him in the cartoon show, I was always like, there's no way Spider-Man's like a teenager. He's an adult. So when I see him in like Homecoming and he's legit a teenager, I was like, this feels weird. I feel older than Spider-Man. Like,
well, Spider-Man's forever. You're not.
This is very true. I decided I was going to stop. I decided I was going to stop aging when I was like 27. You know, peak. I figured that was going to be just the rest of my life. You know, that's just how I'm doing it.
I can't stop aging. It's really bullshit. I've been thinking about shaving my head bald.
Why?
Same, but I'm not actually going to do it. But I've talked about it twice.
I talk about it almost every day. I say it to Dave just about every day. I go, dude, I hate hair. I really do. It's a good headpiece. I mean, but it's not conventional. It doesn't help me. Like, it doesn't. What does it do?
Gets in
for
the
me?
way a bit.
Serves no purpose.
It makes me sweat.
I would do it because I heard someone talk about how they're afraid of going bald, and they were like, every young man should shave his head just to be bald, so that way, you know, over the next 10 years, as you're going bald, you're not like, this is gonna suck. Like, I already did this.
Yeah.
So, fuck it. It'll still
I mean,
suck,
like, that's
but
like,
you've already done it.
I'm gonna bick it.
That's
I'm gonna go
natural.
full
Like,
Lex
we're,
Luthor.
as men, we're kind of lucky we have facial structure generally that are conducive, like, you know, kind of boxier, maybe a little wider, that are conducive to having.
See, I have a
less
square
hair.
jaw, but my
A girl,
problem is
imagine if a woman has some sort of like
I have a round
unfortunate alopecia, and like she wants to like shave her head. It's just not. It just unfortunately doesn't look as good.
Why is that? Because it looks like top heavy?
No, it's just because like I
They
feel
have
like
bigger
women.
foreheads.
Maybe it's just me. Because for me,
I don't know.
I love a woman to have long hair. It's just.
I'm dying.
It's just
no,
a
that
thing.
makes sense.
I don't know. Like it's just one of those
Just
weird
top
like.
heavy
No, the head, like, not top heavy, like,
because they have big
because
heads.
it's shaped. Got a giant
Mike's
forehead.
killing me.
I don't know.
Mike,
It was an honest question.
I mean,
Mike,
seriously,
you're so inadvertently
Natalie
funny,
Portman,
it's
V for
ridiculous.
Vendetta, obviously was freaking gorgeous. No makeup, shaved head,
Who is it?
wearing a potato sack. Natalie Portman, V for Vendetta, still gorgeous.
Oh.
But would I prefer Natalie Portman to look like she did in Thor? Absolutely, obviously.
I didn't know
Like
she was
because
in-
I love the long hair. I like the.
He hasn't seen any of the Marvel movies.
She
I
had
don't
long
get
hair.
the reference. Of the podcast.
She had long hair.
Yeah.
It was nice. She was gorgeous. She is gorgeous.
Word.
You know who Natalie Portman is, though?
She's Queen Amidala.
Yes. I was gonna say, thank God.
Or
you know
Pirates
that.
of the Caribbean.
I got
No,
prequel memes in my
that's Kate. No, that's not Kate Blanchett. That's somebody else, but the name is very similar.
head.
Really?
Keira Knightley.
Yeah,
Keira
that's the
Knightley.
name.
Oh,
like
fuck.
the chick
Those
who
are
gets
two
cast
different
in
people.
things because she looks.
Oh
like,
my god.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is like when I realized Roseanne
I think they were
is not
both
Rosie
in.
O'Donnell.
Weren't they
Oh
both
my
in
God.
One of them was Padme, the other was Amidala.
Dude, can we talk about her really quick? 'Cause
Roseanne.
everybody
Oh,
else is-
Roseanne?
Dude, she's so fucked.
She's fucked.
She
but at
is
the same
so-
time,
her
how
career
much you
is-
wanna bet?
Her
This
career is so done.
She's
dude.
crazy and probably didn't want to fucking work anymore.
Yo,
And it
I
seems
said the
like
same
this was
thing
just
to
the
Dan.
perfectly timed,
Yeah.
horrible tweet to get her off the fucking show so she can just reap the benefits of having a horrible tweet. Because you make money off that kind of shit these days.
Really?
Yeah.
Ow.
Well, publicity. There's no such thing as bad publicity anymore.
That's true.
Donald
but-
Trump is the president.
Interview.
But nobody likes him.
Well,
Some people.
I don't
have to
hate
like
him
I
anymore.
think.
and the reasons I don't hate him anymore is because we got so built up to think he was going to be like the fucking Fourth Reich, and then it just didn't happen. And now I'm just like, whatever. He's like another Republican president. But he's not even that, dude. He's pissing off the Republicans. He's pissing everybody
That's what I
off.
was gonna say. Even the people who loved him in the beginning are like, dude, fuck this guy. Like,
He's pissing everybody off.
I think anyone that voted for him, that's like, he could do no wrong. to
There's
them,
a lot of
you
people
know?
like that.
I-
But there's a
We-
lot
we
of
live
people
in
like
New
that on
Jersey.
both
I
sides of
wanna
everything,
go-
man.
I want to go to like, I don't know, whoever likes Trump the most, and just because I feel like if I were to go to work and be like,
That's a
oh,
question.
I
Go to
like
the
Trump,
center of the country.
people would be like, what the fuck? But somebody voted for this man.
Go to Wyoming.
Yeah.
Go to Nebraska.
Well, that's
I
exactly.
don't
We
think
are
we
on
need
a
to point
coast.
to that
If
on
we were
that.
on California, it would be
It's Midwest.
it would be similar but worse because in Jersey, there's a whole mixture of kinds of fucking people, and they've
Right.
seen all different walks of life. So there's a lot of what do you call it, diversity in New Jersey.
Diverseness.
But there's still going to be people like if I were talking politics with some guy at iSmoke who came in to buy, let's
Oh, don't
say,
do that.
a water pipe.
Mm.
Well, if I
Oh, don't do that.
if I told the guy like, here's the thing, I didn't vote for Trump, but let's say I
I
did.
don't even want to
If
do
I
that
told him I
here.
voted for Trump,
It's like the baddest idea
they
ever.
literally would walk out of the store. There are some
Right,
people,
yeah.
but it's not as bad as it is in California where I would lose my job.
We used to get hate email.
Interesting, yeah.
We used to get hate email when you first moved in upstairs. We
Really?
used to get hate email
For what?
for having a cardboard cutout of Donnie in the back of the store going like this with 2 thumbs up.
Really?
Bro, it's in the garage.
Hate email.
I'll take it, dude. That's
How
hilarious.
many? Like one hate
Enough
email?
to get
well,
the bosses to
It
notice.
was probably all coming from the same person.
And where
dude.
was this?
It's not that hard.
It
to
was
make
in the
another
back of
email
the store
account.
by where the poster of Homer Simpson trippiness is right now.
Ah. I mean, you guys still have the cartoon.
And here's the thing, Dan.
It was all.
I know you're a liberal guy, but that kind of shit has got to seem ridiculous to you. That people can
I do think it's ridiculous.
hold it against you. They didn't even ask, "Are you supportive of Trump?"
Oh, I
they
have.
They just said,
Yes, they have asked me.
Yeah, well, but clearly there was some kind of disconnect because you don't seem supportive of Trump, but you were still getting hate emails. Like there are people who just don't think on both sides of every equation, and I dislike those kinds
Well,
of
wait,
people.
were these people emailing you to say?
Oh no, they weren't emailing me. They were
The
emailing
No,
the
the store. That's what I mean. Were they upset because you were making fun of Trump, or they were upset because they didn't want to see his face anywhere?
That.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's even more ridiculous.
It's the most
I could see like,
ridiculous.
oh, that's my man. Like, don't diss the fucking dude, but
Don't diss the Donald, but
Come
generally I have found you can
can't
say what
see
you
his
want.
face.
A
Do you
lot of
not
them are
watch
stupid and a lot of
television?
them are racist, but the people who think he can do no wrong have better sense of humor.
Sure. I wouldn't even say that many. Do you think?
Sure.
I just mean like because
I just find you inadvertently
If you
funny. That's
saw-
all. I'm retarded. Don't
if,
mind
if
it.
they saw you with a cardboard cutout of Donald giving the thumbs up and stuff like that, they would assume that you were doing it humorously. They'd probably laugh. But then there's the people who are on the other side who they can't take that as a joke. They see it as,
That's-
why are you asserting Donald Trump into my
That's what it
space?"
all was. That's what it all was. It's all a fucking gag. That's all that it is here. It's all satire. It's all satirical. It's dog shit bags with him and Hillary's face on them. It's the smoke pipe that we have in the case. It's the cardboard
did,
cutout.
Did they think
Like,
that anybody in this shop was going to vote for Hillary? Did they
I
think
don't
that we
know.
were going to? Because I'm pretty sure most of us were like Bernie Sanders or bust.
I voted for Gary Johnson.
I voted for Hillary, and I every day regret it. I should have voted for Gary Johnson.
I think it's so funny on Joe Rogan's podcast when he goes, I voted for Gary Johnson, and then the person at the other end of the table goes, yeah, well, some people will say, well, that was a
vote for Donald
that
Trump.
was a vote for Donald Trump, and he goes, how dare you?
That's my favorite line that he does. I wish I could like steal it without being a dick.
How dare you?
I have to say it and then credit him. Just, how dare you?
I love it when
I
he does
say
that.
it
He
all
goes,
the time.
how dare you?
Yeah, no, it's one of the best. But no, I someone said something like that to me where I said who I voted for, and they're like, well, that's basically a vote for Donald Trump. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's literally not.
I'm pretty sure it's literally a vote for
It's
Gary
like,
Johnson.
you know, not a vote for Donald Trump. So
I could write in my dead uncle's name, and that would still not be a
Right.
vote for Donald Trump in the literal sense of the word.
I
not a
I
vote
get
for
what
Donald
you
Trump.
mean, but also
I
no.
don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
If someone
also
was like,
no.
Well, that's
Like,
because
one of my
everybody wants to
good
blame
friends-
somebody for the problem. They're like, oh, this is a problem in my opinion, and I would like to blame some people for it. And
Did I
there's
ever-
no direct Trump voters in the area, so you didn't vote for Hillary, so
Right.
you're the
the
problem.
next best
Did
thing.
I ever tell you guys about the first time that I ever went to vote?
No.
Okay. So the first time I ever went to vote, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't know who was up for election. I didn't know anything about anybody. So you know how like on the ballot you can just put in anybody?
Yeah.
Just anybody? Anybody? You know who I put?
Batman.
Zordon of Eltar.
Oh, God. Even better.
And you know what's funny? All of the old people looking at me when I walked out were just kind of like, like looking at me like, "Oh, we're so proud of you," and I'm looking at them. I'm looking at them going,
It's so good
"Okay."
to see the youth get involved.
And I'm just
Yeah,
going,
right.
"Okay, well, you saw whose name I put. It's all good."
I was always that dick who, like, from voting age was, like, trying to use fucking whatever social media I was on to get my friends to vote for shit, because I was like, guys, the turnout's like 30%. Like, we're not actually voting. You guys need to go and vote for stuff. And they're like,
Yeah.
pipe down. 10 years later, Donald Trump's the president. What's going on, guys?
Our president's a Cheeto.
I heard something interesting though. Do you think that any other Republican would have beat Hillary Clinton? Because as crazy as he is, he was
I
kind of
like
their
to-
best shot.
I like to think
as
that
fucked up as that sounds.
That is
I
the
like
most
to think
fucked
that
up
if
thing
Donald
I've ever
Trump
heard,
were
but I
not
agree.
I feel like if Donald Trump were completely removed from this past race, there's a good chance that we would have Bernie Sanders as the president.
See, here's the thing that's weird. See,
Because
now,
I feel like Hillary, with the whole campaign finance thing, she said, "I can beat Donald Trump. I'll finance the DNC as long as I'm the candidate."
no, you can't. Not with all your blood money. No way.
But
No,
she,
yeah,
I
she-
feel like
no, she
I
fucked
feel
Bernie
like she
Sanders.
thought
Had nothing
she
to do
could
with
win. No,
Trump.
everybody knows she fucked
Yeah.
Bernie,
Yeah.
and that's why I can't reconcile that I voted for her. It makes me feel ugly inside.
Word.
It happens. She would have won New Jersey anyway, right?
Yeah, it kind of didn't even matter.
I think she did.
I'm pretty sure she did. I assumed she was gonna. That's why
Yeah.
I was like, oh, fucking,
Mhm.
I'll
Yeah.
vote for.
I remember I was up all night when it happened. It was on my day off.
But like, who was gonna run against Bernie? Marco Rubio?
I don't think he would have won. I liked him a lot, and now I think that's like hilarious that
It
I liked
is
him.
but that's because you're looking at it now like from the perspective of like, oh wow, I was gonna vote for a socialist, but
Yeah.
it's not
That's
exactly
terrifying.
the socialism that I'm not a socialist. I love capitalism. I think
Right.
corporatism is fucking our country, but I do love capitalism.
Word.
I think that Bernie Sanders was honest, and that's why people wanted to vote for him, because he
Yeah.
seemed like a genuine fucking human being.
Yeah, okay. If I were to have... This is why I couldn't vote for either of those two people, because I was explaining this to my friends, and I was like, you shouldn't vote for someone to be president if you wouldn't allow them in your house for dinner and, like, walk away from the table and leave them alone. Like, I wouldn't leave Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton alone in my fucking dining room.
Why would I wouldn't even let
Ever.
them in my house.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So fuck
Here's the
that.
deal.
They can't do shit.
At the risk of sounding
Bernie
at the
Sanders
risk
is a
of sounding
cutie.
like a Trump supporter, I would let Trump into my house. I wouldn't leave him alone in my kitchen. I would not let Hillary Clinton anywhere near my house, just because of, if you even consider 0.01% of the rumors to be true.
Oh, yeah. I don't want that lady anywhere near anything. I
Yeah.
kind of wish she won, because then we could stop with, like, the gender race issue of, like, well, if
But would
we
it have
just
stopped?
let a woman... No, because she would have done a bad job, and we would say,
Yeah.
okay. Like, turns out it doesn't matter.
Yeah, anybody can be a good or bad president. Look at what a concept.
Oh, so what? That's what I was gonna say. I completely got fucking mind fucked
Yeah.
by myself.
Tell us
But
what you really feel.
what I was gonna say is, see, it's, and I know we keep hearing this a lot, but I truly believe it, and I've been trying to boil it in my head so I can get like an idea of what it fucking truly means when someone says it. We are living in a really weird time,
Yeah.
because the problem is, and this is what I think. I don't know anything. I'm a fucking caveman. We know nothing about who's running for anything. Really, we don't. Do we go, like he said, do we go to their house for dinner every night? No. Do we know them on a personal level? No. Do we know what they do really in their real lives? No. But
No.
do we really know anybody like that?
The only thing you can do is look at voting history.
So like this is like when I say it all the time. Like I look at Joe Rogan as my actual fucking czar of what semi is right, because like when he said
Yeah, I'm guilty of that, too.
when he says like I think the presidency is just fucking stupid, I'm really starting to believe the presidency is fucking stupid, because what do they really control except fucking signing bills? And that's not even their power anyway.
It's the end of the checks and balances that I feel like justifies the existence of the executive branch.
You can't have somebody as president because nobody's ever going to trust them. Nobody's ever going to fully
that's
like them.
Because people have this horrible fucking misconception. I've heard Joe say this all the time, that the president really has a lot of power, and they don't.
He doesn't.
They
He's
have
a
the
fucking
veto power,
stooge.
which can be, kind of that can be dealt with. They have executive orders, which always get dealt with as soon as another president comes in. Realistically speaking, they're a person who is supposed to make America look good, and
Nah.
They're also supposed to be like not quite the Queen of England, but they're almost like a figurehead. They're supposed to be inspirational.
Yeah.
They're a facial figure.
I've heard arguments for having a queen and having the government and a royal family or whatever, because personally it's looks like presidents spend at least 50% of their time trying to look good. If you could have someone be a president and not know who they are, they would be much more effective. And
That's
then
true.
when it's done, they're like, oh, by the way, it was me. And you're like, oh, fuck, you did a good job. Because if you're always on Twitter like, oh,
By the way, it was me.
Did you see
Oh, but here,
all the black people are like, whatever.
Here I have
we
a,
have
a
jobs.
confession to make here.
You're the president.
I'm addicted to yes.
You're the president.
I'm addicted to Trump's Twitter. I'm addicted to it, dude.
He's like a drunken stripper at
it
4
is-
a.m. on coke.
It is legitimately the train wreck of a lifetime.
It's
it's-
got to be the
but
funniest thing.
As long,
I don't.
he's
look
not
good.
going
It's
anywhere
fucking
over. He's
nauseating
not pulling
to
a
me.
Roseanne. He's not saying like, this black person looks like a monkey. Like he's just saying things that are so off the rails that you're like, what are you? What kind of
You know what I
presidential
truly-
weed are you smoking?
So now the thing is when people say he's like a coked up stripper at 4 a.m,
Yeah.
that's true. But what I also truly feel, Mike's making the ugliest face today.
No, I just coughed. I tried to cough away from the mic and then like choked. Yeah.
But so what I truly realize when he speaks on Twitter, or when he tweets on Twitter, the way he speaks reminds me of me
5th grade.
in 6th grade
Oh.
trying to sound like my father,
Do any of you?
but it doesn't work.
Yeah.
It just comes off of as you're coming off a little stupid. Like that's what I think to myself every time I read his tweets. I go, you're coming off stupid. Like you're coming off like
And there's always one where
you're missing some
oh, look,
cells in your brain.
I can agree with that kernel of this tweet, and then it's like, and this is why there's no collusion, and I could pardon myself. It's like, okay, cool, you probably could.
Oh,
why
what
the
was
fuck
that?
would you tweet that?
I heard someone talk
Why
about
would
that.
you?
What did he say?
If you're literally of the
it
mind
up.
that I could pardon myself, but I don't have to because I'm not guilty, and I firmly believe he's not. I don't think there was any collusion with Russia. I
In
think
all
this is,
caps.
I think
pardon.
this is just a big political
In
phase.
all
that people
caps.
just can't. Yeah.
Pardon
But why,
myself.
If you
I'm
are
pulling up
honestly
the
sitting
tweet. I
there,
wanna read
if
it.
you're sitting there like I'm in the fucking clear. I don't have to worry. Why would you tweet? I could pardon myself, you know.
America is such a television show for the rest of the world, dude.
Dude, it's for
That's what
aliens.
I feel like has
Aliens.
happened.
With the whole world is a TV
No,
show for aliens.
no. Not even for the aliens, for the rest of the world.
Wait, sorry. Did he tweet it or no?
He tweeted it.
Tweeted it. I
He
can't
said
find
That he
it.
could pardon
He can
himself.
pardon
is in
himself,
all
he said.
caps.
Oh, okay. I have it.
And like,
I feel like that the rest of the world is watching us, and the ratings are going through
but
the
if,
roof.
if you look at like the real SJW responses to these tweets, dude, he's winning them, because they're doubling down. SJWs will always double down. If they want you to apologize,
Yeah,
and you apologize, they will not accept your apology.
Wait,
let's
so
double down.
the actual tweet, because I haven't read it yet.
Read it.
As has been stated by numerous legal scholars, I have the absolute right to pardon myself. But why would I do that when I have done nothing wrong? In the meantime, the never-ending witch hunt is capitals, led by 13 very angry and conflicted Democrats, in parentheses, and others, continues into the midterms. What?
So A, you're conflicting yourself. B, you're
Is
making
there any
yourself
context?
look worse.
Yeah.
3,
That's not true. You
you're-
can't pardon yourself.
You're fanning. This is what he's doing in that
referencing
tweet.
Scholars. Can
This
you
is why
reference
he
the
pisses
law?
me off. This is why he pisses me off. A, he's contradicting himself. B, he's not talking any sense. 3, and I know I started with letters, but the thing is, he's fanning the flame of making Republicans and Democrats hate each other.
Oh,
See,
well, that's
I
what he
don't.
does.
I
It's
feel
fine.
like what he's doing
He's
is not.
fine.
He's not trying to do that.
This
That's
can't
just
be
a
shocking.
byproduct.
He's
I think that's a
fine.
byproduct of what he's doing. I think what he is legitimately doing is trying to keep the Republicans liking him, so he feels like he can get reelected. Because if you look at what he's done so far, dude, he's not running. He is not running this country like a Republican president. He's not. So
He's
needs
running
to
the
do
country like
something.
like
well,
he's
flame
running
fanner.
thing,
He's
I don't
running it
know.
like fucking whatever Trump feels like doing, and is
He's
what aligns with his moral compass. Because I feel like
He's
he
a
honestly
shit
thinks.
stirrer.
I think he honestly thinks that he knows what's right and what's wrong about stuff, and he's like just doing whatever he thinks is right and wrong.
He knows the fan is on
Even though
high
he
speed
got
right
elected
now
by a
above the country, and
Republican
he's
base.
just tossing shit into it.
He got elected.
That's what he's doing.
He got elected
Like,
by Republican people.
But
And
here's the thing.
he's governing like whatever Donnie Tiny Hands wants. Like it's the whole idea to me is
Donnie
like
Whopper hands.
he's doing when he tweets out all of this shit and it's very inflammatory, and then SJWs respond to it and make themselves look stupid. He's keeping the Republicans who voted for him voting for him. I feel like that's what's happening, because he's not running like a Republican. He's not.
I think he's trying to run like his own man, and what I find absolutely adorable is when he says like he's gonna do this, he's gonna do that, he's gonna say do this way and that way, and then all of a sudden you hear like the next day, and Whitey got his dick stomped on again by everybody else
but dude,
around
people,
him.
People got to be careful
And
about doing those.
It's
like,
it's a meaning of like
those
him
knee-jerk reports.
got his dick stomped on by, hey, you thought you were gonna do this, but that's actually not how it works.
Yeah, no.
So he's slowly trying to do things his way, business-wise, but he's not realizing that this is a government's position.
You gotta be careful with the knee-jerk
This is the
stuff.
biggest government position, quote-unquote, and he thinks he can run it like he's ran everything else, but it's not working the way he wants it to. So if you ever notice how he's like, I'm going to do it this way,
Also,
and then all of a sudden, like, it's not going to go that way, and everybody goes, I fucking knew it.
to
Like,
get elected, all publicity is good publicity. But once you're the president, you're one of the only people where bad publicity can really adversely affect you, because people are fucking voting for you. If you make people angry enough, you'll get them to go out and vote
Yeah.
against you.
Pause.
But-
Rewind. Mike almost shit his pants a little bit before because I called Donald Trump Whitey.
Yeah.
I call him Whitey
Understand.
because he reminds me of Whitey Bulger from that movie Black Mass that Johnny Depp played. Whitey Bulger, the biggest
I don't
mobster in Boston in the 70s. Oh, that's another good movie you got to watch.
I gotta make a list of the
The-
movies.
But that's why I call him Whitey, because he
Okay.
reminds me of Whitey Bulger, and he talks
I knew
like
that there
this.
was a reference. I was just like, I don't know. I was gonna say though, the inflammatory Twitter stuff
Oh, yeah.
versus things that actually matter, because it's like it's just like clickbait. He's just fucking with people,
Yeah.
but I don't see that there's like real repercussions. But I don't know anything about what he does as far as like the job, or if it's bad, because I think that might be important.
All I
Just
know
Taking things
about
into
what he's
consideration.
done so far
I like to disagree.
is that he
Sorry.
pretty much, I was
You're
expecting
difficult.
he's going to be attacking. I thought he was going to be attacking like gay marriage. I thought he was going to be attacking
No.
because he was a Republican. I was like, oh, he's going to be attacking all these things, and then he just didn't. So realistically, he seems to just be doing whatever. It's like what his advisors are telling him or something like that. Like moving the embassy in Israel. Like, I'm for that because personally, I like whatever you want to think about Israel's history. Like
Israel.
there's been a thing
I don't know
for
enough
200
about that
years
to
now.
even-
And
Israel's been
now
under-
over the past
under
50
attack
years,
and
another
slavery
group of
for, like,
people has been
years.
trying to say that's pretty much like if
slavery.
if
Yeah,
Spain, or
like
if not even
they're
Spain.
fucking trapped, dude. That's a whole nother story. We could talk about that on another podcast. It's fucked. Like, it's pretty fucking insane. Like,
Israel
we could
is
dedicate a whole podcast to
yeah,
them.
no, I
series.
don't want to. I'm sure we're not experts anyway, so
No,
this is-
absolutely.
I
not.
could write
Shit.
some notes down and just
Yeah.
explain it to you in the smallest bit of context, and you
But
would
that's
fucking get it.
one of those
Wow.
situations where there's no good guys, and it's not. It's very difficult to like. You can't pick a side because you're
It's
picking a
not
side with the bad
obvious
guy.
that one of them is right. and
Yeah.
One of them is
Well,
wrong.
You're
I'm on
all-
a side, but I'm on a side where
Okay,
everybody
look.
should have freedom, and
Look,
these
gun-
people don't have freedom.
Gun to my
so-
head. Gun to my head. You make me choose Muslims or Jews.
Jews.
I'm going with the Jews
Yeah.
every time. Sorry,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Basically,
I'm also not
they're-
religious.
They're trapped in their
I
own...
wish my inhale before I said that was like audible. I was like,
yeah.
yeah.
They're
Just 'cause
basically slaves
they
in
don't
their
really
own
do
land that is
much
to them.
bad stuff at all.
It's really quite horrible.
Yeah,
like
but
there are
It's
guys
one
that
thing
are
to be pro-Jew. It's another thing to be pro-Netanyahu.
yeah.
Hmm.
But so the
I
thing
wish
is,
I knew enough. I don't know.
there are people that are on a mountain behind a fence, yards and yards and yards away, and what they do is when someone gets too close to this fence,
Oh, they just shoot him.
oh, if they
I
have
heard
shirts
about
that
that.
actually have like a
Yeah,
circle
the
with a line
target.
through it.
I saw a Did we watch the same
But-
podcast?
Yeah, and that's a real thing.
That's where also terrorism
Yeah.
comes in too, because
If you
there's the other
ever
side of
want-
the fence has got some fucking shitty people.
If you ever
controlling
wanna
them,
get a
so they're
good-
gonna
Yeah,
send
yeah.
people toward the fence and have the civilians in front of them, and it's really douchey. And I'm just like looking at it like there's no good guys.
I'm
There's
gonna
just
end
none.
we gotta end the podcast soon. But so, if you ever wanna get learned on what's really going on there, have the conversation with Dave or Dan.
Yeah, I didn't want to be like, oh,
About
I
it.
know 2 Jews, but like, yeah. That's
They
what I was
they
thinking.
can
Maybe
explain it
casting.
to you a lot better because they explain
I
it
don't know
to
how
me
to
in a
bring
way
that
that I
up.
can completely
I
understand.
wanted to
Can
ask
I get a
Dave, but I
coffee
also-
and some Israel knowledge?
Yeah, I also felt like Dave's like too chill. Like I like,
Oh,
I
no.
don't wanna walk up
Dave
and
is
be
like- here's
hey,
the funny
chillest
thing.
person I work with.
Dave
like,
is the chillest person in the fucking universe, but this is the thing.
Yeah,
If you fire him up about something, oh, he's on you.
I could picture that.
Dave is on you. Like if
I love
you,
that.
oh, dude, when Dave gets fired up, it's the fucking best. Like if you ever hear Dave like accidentally drop something and he goes ah, like I think it's the fucking greatest thing. Or like when he comes in here and like he's like ringing somebody up and the card reader doesn't work right, he goes, "Your mother was a fucking vacuum cleaner." And I just want to go, dude, you're the best. Like,
That's fantastic.
oh yeah.
it's fantastic.
That was why, like, when I was getting trained here, Dave, it was Dave and then it was Chris. But like when Dave was training me, I was just like, I'm going to love this job. This is going to be great.
I think I remember you training here. Or was this a long time ago?
This was like 4 months ago.
Oh yeah, I was here.
Not long
Word.
ago.
I'm a noob. I'm a nublet.
Pretty soon you won't be though.
Trip.
Oh yeah, because I remember I came in here and I wanted to get a coffee at like some odd hour where people don't get coffee, and you're like, "Yeah, I don't think we could do that."
Probably.
Well, I didn't wanna be like-
3.
Who said that? Me?
No, him.
me.
And I wanted to be like, "Oh, they always
Well, it's
do."
just like we
I
supposedly
live
we
here.
closed the coffee.
No, I know,
at
it was like-
6, but it's like I mean.
I know. I didn't take it personally. I just thought it was funny because I wanted to be
Joe's
like,
big on not wanting to piss people off,
Yeah.
and we totally get it.
Yeah.
We totally get it. 'Cause
Oh,
he's the
I'm
new
gonna
guy.
need the
Yeah.
fucking recipe for the cold brew. now
I'm
that
starting to get
leaving.
past that. Like, am
Okay.
I gonna get
I'm gonna
fucking fired
die.
phase though, which is nice. Like,
No, you're definitely out of that. Like if you were in that getting fired phase, it would be like when you first started.
Yeah.
But you're fine. Everybody.
I feel
did
like
you.
I contribute enough extra stuff too. Like I feel like I'm always trying to like think of ways to help and to make stuff better.
Stuff.
And even I just feel like the fact that I'm bringing it up to them.
Yeah.
Even if they're not going to implement it ever, just the fact that I'm bringing it up to them says stuff.
The gears are turning.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Weasel turning. Weasel's turning.
Because
I
when
do
I
that
got
at work
here, I don't know.
sometimes.
When I got here, I feel like there was a bit of a cloud. Probably because maybe because of Steve or whatever, but like
Is it
I
because
feel
we're all
like
Motherfucker's
big?
getting high.
no, I mean like it was probably
It's
because
cloud
everyone's
in the
schedules
book.
You know
were
what's
shot
funny?
to
That's like
shit.
the thing we don't do at all here, though.
Oh, I know.
it?
Sorry. They don't smoke weed here.
Ever.
What are you, Jack?
What?
We don't smoke weed here.
No, I
we really
didn't wanna,
don't.
like,
We can't. That's
I know.
totally
Now it
against the
sounds
law.
now it
Yeah.
sounds worse.
Why?
You literally don't though. No, because I said it. Now it
Well, it's
sounds like I'm
also
covering
against
it
the
up.
law, but B, we also can't because, rules.
And it would be
Obviously.
just stupid.
Yeah, so. But yeah. Alright, well, it's 3 minutes deep, so we gotta
Alrighty.
end that here.
We gotta
All
shut
right,
her down.
guys. What episode is this again?
20 something.
It's episode 20-something. You'll know when you see it in the link. Alright, guys.
The one
Alright.
with Joe.
Yeah, the one with Joe. Oh, there we go. That's the title.
The one.
The one with the one. It's like Friends. All right,
Joe
guys.
has 2 eyes.
It's been real. We're gonna catch you next week. All right.
Later.
Later.
Have a good night, everybody.